Good morning everyone. So today we are going to start spot diagnosis in radiology. What is this? This is a non-contrast axial CT sections of brain. What it is showing? There is dilatation of bilateral lateral ventricles. We can see some nodules in subependymal region on left side, right side as well as on the left side, and they are calcified also. So what is the diagnosis? Parenchyma is almost normal in this section. So there are some multiple calcified subependymal nodules in the axial section of the CT scan of the brain. What is the diagnosis? Diagnosis is tuberous sclerosis. What is tuberous sclerosis? Tuberous sclerosis is an autosomal dominant disease which is characterized by the adenoma sebaceum, seizures and mental retardation. There are multiple hematomas involving various organs of the body. 50% of the patients are mentally retarded. 80% patients have multiple angiomyolopomas of kidneys. 2/3 have intracranial calcification, which commonly involve basal ganglia, and usually the calcification is central in subependymal location. Rarely cerebellum can be involved. CNS is almost always involved by the hematoma. In all the cases, the differential diagnosis of the tuberous sclerosis is toxoplasmosis and CMV. Adenoma sebaceum are the pink nodules on the face in 90% of the cases. About 65% have angiomyolipomas of kidney. Bone lesions are also seen in all these cases, and lungs show diffuse interstitial lung disease. So this is the second spotter. What is your diagnosis? We can see this is the CT urography of abdomen. CT urography showing dilatation of right pelvic ileal system, and the proximal ureter is also mildly prominent. Then rest of the ureter is normal in caliber. Left PCS is mildly prominent although, but there is no significant dilatation of the left PCS and the ureter. And the right ureter is displaced medially, even medial to the pedicle of the vertebra. So what is the diagnosis? This is a retrocaval ureter which is compressed by the aorta, and there is proximal dilatation to the retrocaval situated ureter. So the diagnosis is retrocaval ureter, which is also known as the circumcaval ureter. What are the clinical findings in this case? Symptoms of the right ureteric obstruction are seen, which we know is pain in the right side of loin, and patient may also complain of some urinary symptoms. What are the imaging finding in this case? There is normal course of the ureters. About the width of thumb lateral to the lumbar vertebra, there is pedicle. About the width of 2 finger medial to the pelvic brim in the true pelvis. With retrocaval ureter, right ureters course medially over the pedicle of L3 and L4. They passes behind the IVC. Then they exits anteriorly between IVC and aorta and return to their normal position in the pelvis. They produce varying degree of compression leading to proximal hydroureteronephrosis. What is this? In this case, we can see intensely enhancing mass on the right side, which is in the right suprarenal area. So the possibility is right suprarenal mass, and because it is intensely enhancing, so this can be a pheochromocytoma or malignant lesion of the right suprarenal gland. This is non-contrast image of the same patient. We can see that there is no hyperdensity in the non-contrast study of CT in this case, while in the post-contrast study we can see the lesion is intensely enhancing. So what is our diagnosis? This was a case of pheochromocytoma. Pheochromocytoma is a rare catecholamine secreting neuroendocrine tumor which is usually found in the medulla of the adrenal gland, or it may also be present in ectopic location. What are the clinical findings? Most of the clinical findings are headache, palpitation and hypertension, and there are frequent episodes of hypertension. Patient may complain of weakness, nausea, tremors, anxiety and weight loss. In such cases we can find plasma metanephrine measurement is increased, and which is a most sensitive method of detecting pheochromocytoma or ectopic location of pheochromocytoma, but it has a lower specificity. 24-hour urine collection for creatinine, total catecholamines, VMA and metanephrines has a low sensitivity, but it is highly specific for the diagnosis. What are the imaging findings in the pheochromocytoma? Over 90% of the pheochromocytoma are located in adrenal, out of which 98% are in abdomen and 2% are extra-abdominal. Imaging studies show on MRI they are hyperintense on T2 weighted images, and on CT scan most have a pre-contrast attenuation of more than 10 HU value, and on post-contrast study they show intense enhancement. Most lesions show vigorous contrast enhancement which is more than 80 HU. What are the differential diagnoses in this case? Differential diagnoses are adrenal adenomas, adrenal carcinomas or adrenal metastasis. For excluding the adenomas and carcinoma, we need to do the dynamic post-contrast study for the adrenal gland. What is this? This is the abdomen X-ray of an infant showing a mass in the right side of the abdomen which is crossing midline and going towards the left. See, this is shown by the arrow. So what is this? This is abdominal mass which is arising from the right side. So what could be the possibilities? It can be arising from the liver, it can be arising from the suprarenal gland, it can be arising from the kidney. So what is the diagnosis? The diagnosis can be finalized only after doing the CT scan. So this is the reformatted coronal and SAG images of the same patient, CT images of the same patient. In CT scan we can see a large well-defined mass seen in the right kidney. We can see the residual renal parenchyma, enhancing residual renal parenchyma here, and this is a large enhancing mass in the right kidney. So what could be the diagnosis? This is a renal mass in child age group, so it can be a Wilms tumor, or it could be a suprarenal mass because we are not able to see the suprarenal gland in this case, which may be compressed or may be involved. We are not sure about this, but this was a case of Wilms tumor. Wilms tumor is the most common abdominal malignancy of children. Both kidneys may affect simultaneously, and peak incidence is between 2.5 to 3 years of age, more common in blacks than whites. Clinical symptoms include patient may be asymptomatic or only abdominal mass may be the complaint, pain abdomen, hematuria, hypertension, urinary tract infection, varicocele which may be due to the compression of the renal vein, then NIDDA, hemihypertrophy and Beckwith-Wiedemann syndrome are other associates of this tumor. What are the imaging findings of Wilms tumor? On ultrasonography we can see a large echogenic mass. CT scan shows sharply marginated tumor which compress the renal tissue and which may also show the cystic or calcified or necrotic areas. There is curvilinear or punctate calcification. It may also cause invasion of the IVC. Tumor is hypervascular. Differential diagnoses include neuroblastoma, polycystic kidney disease and rhabdomyosarcoma in this age group. What is this? This is axial post-contrast CT section of the abdomen in the region of the liver and spleen. It is showing hypoattenuating collection along the margin of the liver which is causing scalloping of the liver margins. So this is a case of pseudomyxoma peritoni. This is the primary lesion in this case. It is mucocele of the appendix which is leading to the pseudomyxoma peritoni in this case. So what are the imaging findings? On CT scan, mucinous material has similar density to fat and appears heterogeneous sometimes. There are scalloped surface of the liver, spleen and mesentery wherever it is deposit. It causes scalloping of that area. There is rim-like calcification which is the most common finding. Undersurface of the diaphragm may also be thickened in this case. Differential diagnoses include the pseudomyxoma peritoni may mimic implants of the malignancy, which has the worst prognosis. What is this? This is the Chest X-ray, PA view showing hypertranslucency in the left hemithorax, while the right hemithorax shows normal attenuation. So hypertranslucent left hemithorax, what could be the cause? We did CT scan of this patient. What it showed? It showed that there is absence of the pectoral muscle on the left side, so it was a case of Poland syndrome. In Poland syndrome, there is absence of pectoral muscles, unilateral absence of pectoral muscle. What is this? This is a case of the herniation of the urinary bladder from the right inguinal region. We can see even contrast in this. What is this? This is a sonographic image of the testes with the color Doppler examination. It's showing heterogeneous mass which shows concentric appearance in the testicular parenchyma. So what is the diagnosis? This is the epidermoid cyst of the testicle. What are the ultrasound finding in this case? Ultrasonography is the study of choice in the testicular lesions. Ultrasonography shows a round and well demarcated intratesticular mass. It shows internal heterogeneity, often with alternate hyperechoic and hypoechoic rims, and it shows an onion skin appearance. What is this? We can see that this is the large bowel, and cecum is not seen in the right iliac fossa, so the cecum is displaced towards the left side. So this is cecal volvulus, and we can see multiple fecal matter and multiple air loculi in this. So cecum is not seen in its normal position, and a large bowel is seen in the left iliac fossa, which is connected to the terminal ileum. So this is the cecal volvulus. This was a coronal reformated CT scan of the abdomen. The cecum flips from the right lower quadrant to the left upper quadrant, and there is rotation of the mesentery also. So this was cecal volvulus. So what is this? This is large bowel which is significantly dilated, and we cannot see the large bowel loop on the left side. So what is this? This is sigmoid volvulus. The previous image showed dilated loop of the sigmoid colon which has a coffee bean appearance. It shows a coffee bean appearance. This is a coffee bean. It showed a coffee bean appearance, and the wall between the two volvulated loops of sigmoid, they are pointed towards the right upper quadrant. There is a considerable amount of stool in the colon from the chronic constipation. Thank you very much.